I did, Isaiah. It was beautiful. Thank you. All right, how's everybody doing? What's up, everybody? Hi, Rami. How are you? What is up? How was our day? I'm very, very good. I'm super, super, super excited for tonight's topic. I think a lot of you guys will also be. Kate, thank you for the favorite. If you guys don't know, this is Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods. I'm Blair Woods. Hi. Android, thank you for the favorite. Yes, we love spooky stuff. We do this every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Blair Woods. I'm a singer-songwriter, but on Wednesday nights, my clairvoyant side comes out. I am actually a clairvoyant. I was blessed or cursed with this gift at a young age, and so I am here every Wednesday night sharing it with you guys. And occasionally we go over my own ghost stories or experiences. Sometimes we just go over paranormal in general. Tonight we're just going over paranormal in general. We're going to see if you guys think this topic is real or not. And we're also going to see if the guest thinks this topic is real or not. And then she is going to sing, or not sing, oh my gosh, sorry, I was reading. She is going to tell us one of her spooky stories at the very end of the stream. Hi, Bambi, what's up? Hi, Kate. What do you sing? I am a pop singer, actually. I do pop and hip hop and R&B, and all my stuff's on Spotify. So if you guys want to know more about the singer Blair, it is on Spotify, Blair Woods. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Hi. So tonight's topic is going to be really fun. Last Wednesday, hi, John. Hi, Mojo. What's up? Hello. Last Wednesday, we went over Dybbuk boxes, and that was super fun. I told you guys not to claim any negative energy from the stream because Dybbuk boxes were super, super scary. Hello, everybody. Welcome. And so that being said, don't claim any negative energy from this one either. We're going over another demonic type of possessed object today, and this one is quite frankly one of my favorites. I love the movies that correlate with it. Very, very, very cool. Good job, Vampy. Good job. Secret Life of Hades. No. I will probably never talk about an incubus or a succubus on this stream just because of how inappropriate it is. I try to keep it as clean as possible. John, you're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to wait for my guest just for a little bit. So Taylor is going to be the guest tonight. Hi, Saksham. How are you? Welcome. Hi, Ryan. Hello. How are you guys doing tonight? Let's go. So every week we basically take a topic and I go over it. I tell you guys the history of the topic, its story, anything that's happened with said topic. And then from there, we go over and let you guys, oh, my cat's going to be in the background. This is Waffles, everybody. We go over, hi, kitty, and see if you guys think it's real or not. And then after that, the guest will tell us a spooky story or experience that they have had dealing with the paranormal. Now, the paranormal in general is essentially defined as anything that can't be explained by science. So basically, anything that science can't explain is going to be paranormal phenomena. So that includes like aliens, because we can't exactly explain that quite yet. That includes, of course, ghosts, demons. Hi, Jaden. That includes, I'm trying to think of all the topics. Clairvoyance, like me. That includes telekinesis, anything that has to do with telekinesis, and the mind is also very paranormal. Thank you, Saksha. Bloody Valentine's, I'm dead. So basically anything that can't be defined by science or explained by science, that's what paranormal is. So that's what we go over in the stream. Last week, again, we went over the Dybbuk box. And if you guys don't know what a Dybbuk box is, it's essentially just a haunted box, and it supposedly has evil spirits in it. And so that's what we went over last week. And then this week we are going over another haunted object. We are going over haunted dolls. I'm going to make this a series because I found so many. Actually, when you Google haunted dolls, you not only get these topics, but you also get real haunted dolls that you can buy off of eBay. Don't do that. Just like the Dybbuk box, my disclaimer is to not do that. That is literally a no-no, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Hi! If you don't know what you're doing, please don't buy anything off the internet that's haunted like that. Don't do that. Don't just just don't do it. Hi Taurus baby, what's up? So what we're gonna go over today. Reds in the chat. If you guys are reds in my chat, don't forget to, get rid of anybody who's a little inappropriate. Yes, don't buy stuff containing evil. Don't buy stuff that says haunted object. Don't buy stuff that says evil spirits. Oh my God, T, you're fine. So, anyways, we are going over demon dolls today, haunted dolls. I'm going to see and check on my guest really fast. Dennis, have a good night, love. So I don't know if you guys know, but Taylor is supposed to be my guest tonight, and we're going to have her in the box in just a second. I just want to make sure we are still on, because if not, we will continue without. Daddy J, we love you. We do love you. Yeah, I actually do know a woman that collects haunted dolls on TikTok, and she and I message quite frequently, and she would probably give the same advice as to not buy this if you don't know what it is, if you don't know how to do it. Same with the Ouija boards. Do not buy Ouija boards. Do not use the Ouija boards if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, spooky dolls are insanely creepy, and the ones that are haunted are even more creepy. Taylor! Yay! Okay. All right. Awesome. So, Taylor, just to catch you up, we are going over haunted dolls. We are going to have Taylor in the box, guys. We are going to go over Annabelle today. The haunted doll, the infamous haunted doll. I think one of the first ones to really make media and really, be super popular. Don't claim any negative energy from this stream. Go ahead and repeat that to yourself right now. I don't claim any negative energy from the stream. This is Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods. We do this every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last week, we went over the Dybbuk box. This week, we're going over Demonic Dolls Part 1, Annabelle. So basically, I'm going to give you guys the backstory on Annabelle. Of course, you guys, if you guys are not familiar with her, she is in The Conjuring. She has her own movie called Annabelle, and she's got other movies that follow as well. I think there's actually one coming out soon too. And so we're going over Annabelle. So Miss Taylor, whenever you're ready, go ahead and request the box. Annabelle, yes. So we talk about all sorts of paranormal spirits. We talk about human, non-human, and Annabelle is supposedly haunted by a non-human spirit. So without further ado, we are going to get started. Hello, Miss Taylor.
Hi.
Hi, beautiful.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I always forget which way my head needs to be on the phone.
I was doing
all right, guys, this is Taylor. This is our guest today. Please do not forget to favor her and show her some love in the chat today. We are going over Annabelle. Are you familiar with Annabelle?
A little bit, kind of. Yeah, I don't know her whole story or anything, but I've seen the movies. I know a little bit. I've read a little bit about her, but not too much.
Perfect. Okay, guys, at the very end of this too, Taylor's going to tell us a spooky story, so do not forget to hang around to the very, very end, and we are going to go ahead and go into it. So it's quite long, but we'll take breaks in between just to let you guys kind of talk and stuff. So basically, I was going to give you two haunted dolls, but Annabelle's story is massive in itself. She only had one technical owner, so to speak. She had, of course, her original owner, and then she had the ladies that acquired her afterwards. And then after that, of course, Ed and Lorraine Warren, which are the two mediums who captured the doll, locked it up, and basically have just kept it away since. They are since passed. I don't know if anyone knows any history between them two, but they are very, very famous mediums, and they deal with specifically demonic possession, so and inhuman spirits. So that being said, Ed and Lorraine unfortunately have passed, rest in peace, but this is going to be the story of the time that they acquired Annabelle, and we are going to see if you guys think it is real or not, if Annabelle is completely real or if she's a hoax. And Taylor, at any time if you have any questions, just interrupt me, just be like, Blair, like, wait, that doesn't make sense. All right. Welcome to Uncover Paranormal, guys. We do this every Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to hit favorite. Don't forget to favorite my girl Taylor, and we are getting into Annabelle. So Annabelle, as you guys may or may not know, is a doll. She is actually a Raggedy Ann doll, and I don't know if you guys know. This is another one of those I don't want to share the picture of her, so I'm just going to give you guys a really good description. I don't want anyone to get any negative energy from her picture. Her picture creeps me out, but the real Annabelle doll is a Raggedy Ann doll, and I don't know if you guys remember what those look like, but basically they were these big dolls that looked kind of like clowns, and they had this like face with like a triangle feature. I think it was like their eyes or their nose, and then everything on them, like about them, was like red. So like they had red hair, like very creepy. Very one of those dolls is just like really, really creepy and weird. Like it couldn't have been just like a normal porcelain doll. Like it was just weird. It was a cotton fabric doll, I think, or canvas doll. That's about what they look like. So that's what Annabelle was, still is. And she resides in a glass case bearing a hand carving inscription of the Lord's Prayer with a pleasant smile resting on her happy face. She sits in that case, and beneath that case reads a sign that says, "Warning, positively do not open." Simply because this spirit is so powerful, they have this spirit contained to a glass box case and locked in there. It reads, "Do not open." I don't know after Ed and Lorraine. So Ed passed first, and then Lorraine passed in 2019. So it's only been like a year and a half since she passed. Not even that. And so I don't know. It didn't say who's taken over their shop, because if you guys don't know anything about Ed and Lorraine, they basically have a whole entire portion of their house that is like a whole other portion of their house that is quite literally just all of these objects that are super dangerous. They didn't want the public to have access to because there were inhuman spirits. So they just have a whole room full of evil, literally. And so I don't know who's like keeping up with that room. Whenever people do visit, or in the past when people visited them, they weren't allowed to touch anything in the room. With obviously you don't want to transfer the spirits, so they're not even allowed to touch the box of Lorraine. Their kids have their shop. Okay. I wasn't sure. It didn't say anything in the article about their kids or anything. It just said that they had passed, so I figured their kids probably took it over. So according to the well-known demonologist couple, the doll is responsible for 2 near-death experiences, 1 fatal accident, and a string of demonic activities that lasted some 30 years. That's a lot. And honestly, 1 near-death experience for me is just all it takes. I would lock that doll up in a heartbeat. I wouldn't let it have gotten to 2, but it is what it is. The first of these infamous hauntings can allegedly be traced back to 1970, when Annabelle was brand new. The story was told to the Warrens by 2 young women, and was retold for years after by the Warrens themselves. As the story goes, the Annabelle doll had been a gift to a young nurse named Donna, or Deirdre, depending on the source, from her mother for her 28th birthday. Donna, apparently thrilled with the gift, brought it back to her apartment that she had shared with another young nurse named Angie. At first, the doll was an adorable accessory, sitting on a sofa in the living room and greeting visitors with her colorful visage. You guys know I literally got my education from Florida. Don't make fun of me when I can't pronounce a word.
Fine, I do it too.
Anyways, basically they brought her back home They greeted everybody with her. She was an accessory for the house, pretty normal. And then long after they had acquired this doll, the two women began to notice that Annabelle seemed to move about the room on her own accord. Now I gotta say, if there is anything in my house that decides to move on its own, that is it. I'm getting rid of it. Goodbye. Good riddance. I don't think so. Like, it wouldn't be just a cute little tee hee hee. It's moving around the room. Look at that. It's so cute. It's haunted. No, like, mm-mm, it's gone. Like, that's scary. That's another thing too. I don't think a lot of people understand is when like something itself, like a doll per se, is when a doll per se is like possessed, it does move around, and it can, if the spirit is strong enough to do so. And if you notice that happening, it's more than likely probably not something you want to mess with. It's probably not an innocent spirit. Most innocent spirits don't move around that often. They're not that active. Some can be, so I'm not ruling that out, but I'm just saying 9 times out of 10, it's a demon. So just do with that information what you will. Hi, Ernie. So welcome to Uncover Paranormal, guys. We're going over Annabelle. Don't forget to not claim any negative energy from this stream, and also don't forget to hit that favorite, and don't forget to hit my favorite for my girl Taylor right over here. I'm Blair Woods, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jaden, what are demons? Demons are inhuman spirits. What's a good description for a demon, Taylor? I'm actually going to let you try to describe it.
It's when I hear the word demon, I think evil. That's like my immediate like, because if you say spirit, it doesn't necessarily immediately mean bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But when I hear the word demon, I just automatically think like the worst of the worst. Just like do not mess with that at all.
exactly.
But
I think the same thing. I feel like that's a really good like description. It basically, any demon is going to be evil. Demons don't have good intentions. They're inhuman, and they thrive on evil energy and just negative energy. So, wolf tops, I'm dead. So basically, that's what was in this doll, was a demonic spirit, and they didn't quite know that yet. So they just kind of were like, "All right, it's moving around, cool, cool." So Donna would sit in the living room on the sofa before leaving for work, only to come home in the afternoon and find her in the bedroom with the door shut. So that was like the first kind of instance. Donna and Angie then started finding notes left through the apartment reading "Help me." According to the women, the notes were written on parchment paper, which they did not even keep in their home. That's creepy. That's something I didn't know about the animal doll. And I gotta say, if I was getting notes, I would think that someone was actually like living in my house, and that would freak me out. That would scare me. Not a fan. Yeah, Connecticut houses a lot of energies. Connecticut's scary, man. One of my friends is from Connecticut. She also agrees that it's got a lot of, spirits and energy up there. I don't know why. I wonder if Connecticut's a portal. Ooh, fun theory of the night. Connecticut's a portal. Let's start that rumor. No, I'm kidding. Let's not do that. So, anyways, we're going back into the Annabelle story, guys. We're talking about the first instance with this doll. So, furthermore, Angie's boyfriend, known only as Lou, was in the apartment one afternoon while Donna was out and heard rustling in her room as if someone had broken in. Upon inspection, he found no sign of forced entry, but found the Annabelle doll lying face down on the ground. Other versions of the story say he was attacked upon waking up from a nap. Suddenly, he felt a searing pain on his chest and looked down to find the bloody claw marks running across it. 2 days later, they had vanished without a trace. I have to say, I would 100% chalk this up to be someone living in the house until that part, until the 3 marks across the chest. That's the mark of the beast, if you guys don't know, and that's essentially like proving that that's a demonic spirit. Anytime that you are dealing with a demonic spirit, just check your body, man. Check your body, because they'll probably scratch you. They'll either try to grab your hand, or they'll scratch you on your front or your back, and you won't feel it. Alice actually is one of my friends on here, and she's a medium, and she was saying how, because I've never been scratched or like affected by a demon that I know of in that way. And so she was saying how whenever you get scratched by a demon, you don't necessarily feel it. It like sometimes it can be a searing pain, but then sometimes it can just be like a tingling. And then, you look a little bit later and you've got 3 claw marks across you wherever. And I think that's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But yeah, so if you're dealing with anything evil, you feel like anything's kind of evil, whatever, something's fishy, and then you see the 3 marks on your body, not good. That's a demon. I think we should have like Demon 101 one day, like Demonology 101. Demons. 1, you'll start to smell sulfur. 2, you'll hear the 3 knocks. They come in threes. 3, you'll get the mark of the beast, the 3 claw marks across your body. Good stuff. Good stuff. So welcome guys to Uncover Paranormal. This is Uncover Paranormal. I just said that. But we do this every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got Taylor in the box. Do not forget to favor her. Miss Taylor is here. We're going over Annabelle. And then at the very end of the stream, Miss Taylor is also going to tell us tell us her story, her spooky story, her paranormal story. If English could come out of my mouth tonight, that would be phenomenal. All right, so we're getting back into Annabelle. I'm trying to like speed this up so that I can let Taylor talk. So if I talk too fast, so like tell me, hey Blair, slow down. Following his traumatic experience, the woman invited a medium over to help solve their seemingly paranormal problem. The medium held a seance and told the woman that the doll was inhabited by the spirit of a deceased 7-year-old named Annabelle Higgins, whose body had been found years earlier on the site where their apartment building has been built. I will say, that could have been plausible, but demons are always trying to be kids. For some reason, demons have this like complex that they always want to pose as kids.
You want to be young.
Like maybe, I don't know, but it's freaky, man. I don't like it. They should know by now that I'm not falling for it.
No.
I am not falling for it. The medium claimed that the spirit was simply wanted to be loved and cared for, so the 2 young nurses reportedly felt bad for the spirit and consented to allow her to take up permanent residence in the doll. Let me tell you guys something. Do not ever allow a spirit, whether it's good or evil, to take up residence in anything, your home, a doll, yourself. Bad idea. Bad idea. If a spirit wants to take residence, it's probably a demon. Most spirits don't cling to stuff for life. They just don't. It's more than likely a demon. Now, again, I can't speak for all spirits. I'm not a spirit, so I don't know. But the only ones I've ever heard of are always demons. Jaden with the comments. Jaden, demons are always bad. Yes. I'm dead. All right, we're going back. I'm not actually dead. I would be a spirit, obviously, if I was dead. Anyways, let's go on. Welcome to Uncover Paranormal. So, eventually, in an attempt to rid their home of the Annabelle doll's spirit, Donna and Angie called on an Episcopal priest known as Father Hagen. Hagen contacted his superior, Father Cook, who alerted Ed and Lorraine Warren. As far as Ed and Lorraine Warren were concerned, the 2 young ladies' troubles truly started where they began believing the doll deserved their sympathy. The Warrens believed that this was actually demonic force in search of a human host within Annabelle, and not a sad soul. The Warrens' account of this case states, spirits do not possess inanimate objects like houses or toys. Ooh, what did I just say? They possess people. An inhuman spirit can attach itself to a place or an object, and this is what occurred in the Annabelle case. The spirit manipulated the doll and created the illusion of it being alive in order to get the recognition. Truly, the spirit was not looking to stay attached to the doll. It was looking to possess a human host. Ooh.
No thanks. I'm okay.
Right. Guys, don't forget to not claim any negative energy from this stream. I'm purposely not showing the picture of the Annabelle doll for that reason. I don't want anybody to get any like weird stuff going on in their house. You know what I'm saying? Annabelle doll is another one of those dolls that is a really serious case. A lot of bad things happened with that doll. The Robert doll is another example of haunted dolls. A lot of bad things happen with these dolls because demons take up space. And demons are really good at making bad stuff happen. So again, I will go ahead and warn you guys, there's a lot of these dolls over the internet that are haunted. They very well could be nice spirits, but I feel like majority of them are probably demons. And especially if you don't know what you're dealing with, don't buy it. Don't do it. Just don't. Not cool. You're going to get something that's going to try to possess you. And then I don't know how to help you after that. That's not my job. That's above my pay grade. So, so the only thing I can do is probably give you a hint as to if it's good or evil. And that's as far as I would ever go to invest myself in a real life case like that. Um, for those of you who don't know, by the way, Taylor, I'm not sure if you know my background, but I am a clairvoyant. I can see, and I have heard spiritual things. So I've seen the angel of death twice. I've seen my grandfather multiple times. My aunt that's passed recently, I've seen her. We did a spirit box actually because I think there is like a dark force or something in my house. I'm not really sure. It just feels weird. But we did a spirit box in Alice's stream, and it was on her end. And so on her end, she had possession of the spirit box, and I did all the questions. And I had it say my real name, not my stage name. And of course, I didn't disclose what my real name was, but the like dark energy came through and like said my real name, and then right after my aunt's voice came and like said my real name as well to kind of be like, hey, like I'm here too, like don't even think about it. So I do see and hear spirits. It's not a gift I ever wanted. Actually, if anyone, you know, wants to take it back, like here you go. Like anybody want it? Like I'm good, you know. I'm good. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. Anyways, um, so we're gonna get back into the story, guys. That was basically my background as a clairvoyant. I have no idea if my mom or my dad or my grandparents are. I know my mom has seen a ghost before, so I don't know if maybe I got it from her. She doesn't really actively like, you know, use hers, but I consistently, I think they know. I think it's like spirits know, and they're just like, I know that girl right there can see me. So hi, pay attention. Like it is what it is. But as of right now, I can honestly say I've never been in contact with a demon from my like point of view, but also that spirit box, I don't know. I don't know, you know. And I try not to mess with things that I don't know. So, that being said, we're going back into the Annabelle doll. Don't mess with things that you don't know about, guys. Don't go online and buy spirit haunted dolls, you know. Um, we're getting back into the Annabelle doll on Uncover Paranormal. We do this every Wednesday night, guys. Um, hello. And so we're getting back into the Annabelle doll. If you guys don't know, there's plenty of movies that kind of go over this, but this is the full backstory. Please don't claim any negative energy from this stream. We've got Taylor in the box over here, guys. Don't forget to favorite my girl Taylor. She's going to go over a story with us at the very end. I am going to finish up Annabelle. We're going to go over Annabelle, see if you guys think it's real, see if you guys have any theories on it, see if Taylor thinks it's real, see if Taylor has any theories on it, and then we're going to go into Taylor's spooky story. So after Ed and Lorraine made that comment, immediately the Warrens noted what they believed were signs of demonic possession, including teleportation, the doll moving on its own. What did I tell you guys? I literally read this.
I saw your
cat. I'm dead. But oh no, ma'am, I don't think so. That was Waffles. She always tries to make her guest appearance every time I do my show. It's all good. She literally doesn't bother me unless I'm going live.
Oh yeah.
She just knows. She's like a ghost. She just knows.
I don't even want them in the room while I'm streaming. It's just there's too many cords and things. I don't want.
I know. See, if I lock her out of the room though, if I lock her out, she will howl. So it's either have a disturbance, or just have to come in and disturb every now and again. So she's kind of spoiled. So she gets to just be in here. So aside from the demon that is Waffles in my house, let's go over this demon that is named Annabelle. So immediately they realize that, you know, it is a demonic possession, teleportation, the doll moving on its own, materialization, the parchment paper notes, and the mark of the beast, loose clawed chest. Keep in mind, I just would like to say, I didn't even know that that was actually like the legit, but can we just, I said it earlier in the stream, guys. I just want to tag that I'm learning about these demons. I am learning, and clearly I am learning well, because I literally just told you guys I was pretty sure teleportation was just demonic, and it is. So if anything starts moving in your house, man, get rid of it. Get it out of there. Oh my God, Miss Tigress, we are not summoning a demon. Do not. That's her favorite. She loves to summon demons in here. I'm like, no, Miss Tigress, don't do that to me. I don't want it. Miss Tigress, I'm sending it to you. If you summon it, I'm sending it to you. You can keep it. Um, all right. The Warrens subsequently ordered an exorcism of the apartment to be performed by Father Cook. Then they took the Annabelle doll out of the apartment and to her final resting place in the Occult Museum in the hopes that the demonic reign would finally end. The Occult Museum, by the way, is their museum at their house. It's a separate part of their house that they have that is literally just dedicated to scary haunted stuff. Um, Following Annabelle's removal from Donna and Angie's apartment, the Warrens documented several other paranormal experiences, including the doll, involving the doll, my bad. The first, just minutes after they took possession of her. After the exorcism of the nurse's apartment, the Warrens buckled Annabelle into the back seat of their car and vowed not to take the highway in case she had some kind of accident. Causing some kind of accident causing power over them and their vehicle. However, even the safer back roads proved to be too risky for the couple. On their way home, Lorraine claimed that the brakes either stalled or failed several times, resulting in near disastrous crashes. Lorraine claimed that as soon as Ed there we go, pulled holy water out from his bag and doused the doll with it, the problem with the brakes disappeared. Upon arriving home, Ed and Lorraine placed the doll in Ed's study. There was then reports of the doll levitating and moving around the house. So even when placed in the locked office in an outer building, which is their occult museum, the doll would levitate and find its way back into the house, which is creepy as heck. Like, I am out. I am out of here. You know, do not levitate. Do not get back into my house. That is not for me. Yes, rest in peace, Ed and Lorraine Warren. I was so sad to find out that they had died. I knew that Ed had passed away a long time ago, but Lorraine I thought was still alive. And then I looked and it said she had passed in 2019. That was really sad. Um, Upon arriving home, oh, just kidding. So they arrived home, they placed the doll in the study, locked it in there, and it still was going through all of the rooms and the houses and getting in there. Scary. So basically, the Warrens had a specially made glass and wood case constructed upon which they inscribed the prayer. And then, of course, they also had the thing underneath that basically just said, do not open, like at all, do not touch it at all. Um, and Ed would periodically say a binding prayer over the case, ensuring that the sinister spirit and the doll remained good and trapped. So basically, this doll remains in that case, and I'm hoping that the kids take very good care of it and that the kids know about that prayer and they keep doing that. That doll is very dangerous, especially if it were to get in the hands of someone who doesn't necessarily know what they're doing. So that is the Annabelle doll, guys. I want to know what you guys think about the Annabelle doll. Taylor, I want to know what you think about the Annabelle doll. I want to know what you guys think about the history of the Annabelle doll. Alice is in here. I love it. Hi, Blake. So I have a few people in here that I know are absolutely obsessed with paranormal, and I know Alice is one of them. I know Miss Tigress is one of them. So I'm very excited to see what you guys also have to say about the Annabelle dolls, because creepy, so creepy. So Taylor, what is your impression of the Annabelle doll now that you know the full story, aside from the movies and just everything that happened with her?
So I definitely think that it's real. Like I know a lot of people that are like, oh, that's not true. Like that's dumb. All that stuff. But I definitely like. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you lying. You're lying. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't move. Like because I don't. I mean, I just don't. I just don't think that that's something that they would lie about for so long, and stuff like that. And because there's multiple people who can attest to the fact that it did move, or they did have a near-death experience with it, and it's locked in a glass case now. Like, and I saw someone ask the question, why can't she open the case? Like, why can she move from room to room but not open that case? And that is something that I would love to know. I don't know the answer to that, but
I think the answer to that is that that prayer.
oh,
Yeah, so it says in the very last part of this article that Ed would periodically say a binding prayer over the case. So I'm assuming that binds the spirit to that box. Just as you would bind a spirit to an object, I think it binds it with inside that box. Kind of like how the evil spirits in the Dybbuk box get trapped in the Dybbuk box. I'm sure it's a little different, but I feel like it's the same concept, of just like binding that object inside of that object to make sure that it never comes out.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and it's
I wouldn't
something.
touch the box though.
Oh no, I wouldn't go within like 10 feet. Like, like I would that museum. I'm like fascinated, but I'm also have a healthy respect for that type of thing. So I feel like I would really want to go to the museum, and then I'd get there and be like, I can't go inside. I'm too like, it's just so like, ugh, like to me. Um,
Yeah. I feel like that the same, honestly, and that's mainly because that's one of the things that, like, if I go near like a haunted area, especially if I know it's haunted and I'm going with the purpose because I know it's haunted, then I immediately get spirits that are drawn to me. And I would really hate to go to something like that that is just full of evil spirits and then get there and then them like attract to me and try to speak to me or show themselves to me. I would probably, I would cry, honestly. I wouldn't know what else to do but like cry and run away. I would probably honestly get possessed on accident. I feel like that's something that would happen to me for sure. I don't know. I when it comes to like demons and stuff like that, I try to avoid it as best as possible just because it's something that I don't necessarily know how to deal with. And since I'm so sensitive, hypersensitive to the spirit world, I would really hate to be like convinced, I guess, or persuaded by a demon to like let it come home with me or something.
no, I would not. I'd be like, thanks, but I'm okay. You can stay here.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm good. Like you can stay here. I don't need any friends at the house. It's all good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think of like what to tell. Because like a stuffed animal slash doll story, definitely. I have Scratch's story. And I have the ones from my house. Like it's just a story from my house. Um, I feel like the doll one would be appropriate for this stream, so I
Yeah.
can do that if you
You
want.
can tell the doll and the scratches if you would like. I'm very curious. They relate both to the stream.
The scratches are it's a short thing. It's not really, I don't really have a story to it. But it's like, so my sister in my room is like, so my room is across the hall from her room, and then the bathroom is like in the middle. And so we're not that far from each other. And I remember that she walked in front of me multiple times, and she had on a sports bra so I could like see her shoulders, and the backs of her shoulders were just full of scratches. And I was like, oh my, I was like, what happened to you? And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, look at it's right there, look at your shoulder. And she was like, I I have no idea. Like, and it was just like, and we have cats, but like
Yeah.
they don't scratch. Like it's not, plus it would happen while she was sleeping. And then I would be like, dude, that's mm, I'm not, you can keep that in your room. I don't know what's in there, but damn.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
weird. That is
it's
so weird.
been a long time. But she also doesn't live here anymore. She's
Yeah.
at college right now. So I don't know if it's still happening. I haven't seen it on her in a long time, so hopefully that's not anymore.
Are you checking your shoulders?
I have nothing on. No, there's nothing on my arms. Nothing. I have woken up with a scratch before, but I've never had three. But
Oh,
I've definitely woken up with one or two. They're always on my arms. And I don't. My cat doesn't scratch me. Like she doesn't scratch. Period. And she's the only one that is ever in my room with me while I'm sleeping. So I don't
creepy.
know. Yeah,
So
it hasn't happened in
creepy.
a long time, but I don't want it to happen anymore. Um, so the doll one. Okay, so I live in Florida, and my best friend from high school, she lived down here where I am, but then she moved up to DeLand, which is by Orlando, kind of, with her mom and her stepdad, because or she just went up there like over holidays and stuff like that, because she's still down here for college, but they both live up there. So whenever she's not in school, she goes up there with them. And Stetson is a big party college up there, so she asked me to come with her up there one time just to go to like parties and meet her friends and stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so we were gonna stay. Her stepdad has this like office, and there's this little, it's like a cottage type, it's like a little tiny house. It's got 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, but it's really small. And so that's where we were. It was just me and her. I slept in one bedroom and she slept in the other one. And the day that I was supposed to leave, I was packing up my stuff. She walks into the room that I was in, and I'd been sleeping there for 2 nights. Nothing weird happened. She told me it was haunted, but nothing like happened during the night or anything. I did sleep with the lights on because I was terrified, but nothing happened. The morning she came in and I was packing my bag, and she looks at the shelf that's like right next to the bed. She goes, oh my gosh, that's my stuffed animal. I didn't know where it was. That like I used to have when I was little. It's up in this house. I didn't know that. And I was like, oh, cool. So she took it and she brought it into her room and she goes, do you want to know what his name is? And I was like, sure. She goes, his name is Houdini because he's never where I leave him. And I was like, and you let me sleep in the room with this thing for 2 nights.
And don't name it. Oh my God.
I was like, and I was like, that's cool. She's like, well, he hasn't done it in a long time. And I was like, awesome. He didn't do it that I noticed when I was sleeping in there with him, but whatever. And so she took him and she put him, because we were both getting ready, and the only mirror to really get ready was in the living room. So that's where like our makeup was, and that's where we were standing. So she went in and she put him like up by the pillows of her bed. And then we went back out to finish getting ready. And then she walks back into the room and I'm still standing by the mirror and she goes, oh my God. And I was like, what? I was like, what? She goes, come here. And I was like, I don't know if I want to. She goes, no, come here. And I went and I just stood in the doorway and it was at the foot of the bed. And I was like, bye. I'm going. I'm leaving. So that I left after that. But she told me plenty of stories that happened in that house. And terrifying, like footsteps and like the type of footsteps that you can like. So they were sitting, her and her cousin were sitting in the living room on the floor painting. There's no TV in this house, or at least it doesn't work. So it was quiet and they were just painting on the floor, and they heard the door close, like open and close. And she was like, because her mom had gone to the store and she thought it was her mom that came back. And so she said, Mom, and she didn't, nobody responded. And she said it again and still nothing. And so she was like, that's weird. And so they continued to paint, and then they heard footsteps coming from the kitchen around the little coffee table and into another room. And they just like sat and like watched. They didn't see anything, but just like you could trace where it was just by the sound.
Yeah.
And then the door like slowly opened on the other side of the room, and they booked it. They were like, nah, I don't know.
So, yeah, out of there. I would have been like, all right, I don't need to live here. It's all good.
Yeah, I wish I told her. I was like, you couldn't have told me that story like after I went home. Like you had to tell me that right now, like when I'm about to sleep. And
you're literally like, all right, I'm gonna go get an Airbnb. I'll see you in the morning, sis.
Oh, for sure. And this little house was right next to her dad's office. And allegedly, there's a little girl that haunts that. It's like a little office. It's like got a little downstairs and then upstairs where his actual office is. Yeah. And just your run-of-the-mill files flying off the shelf. While clients are in the room, they just kind of like look, and her dad's like, "Oh yeah, that happens," and they're like, okay, it's not supposed to happen, but it happens. Okay. And then yeah, a lot of other little minor, nothing like major happened. Nobody got hurt or anything, but still, you ain't getting me in that house again. Like now that she told me all the things that happened there, no.
Heck no. Oh my goodness, that's so creepy.
It's terrible.
Taylor, thank you so much for sharing. Guys, if you guys are just joining in, we are listening to Taylor's spooky story about a haunted doll. And this is Uncover Paranormal with Blair Woods. Don't forget to favorite Taylor. Don't forget to show her some love, guys. We went over Annabelle today in today's stream. Haunted dolls, I feel like, is going to be a reoccurring theme in some of my topics because there's so many and they're so freaky and I absolutely love them. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys think it's real? Do you guys like, is that something that you guys have an experience with? And if you guys, by the way, want to be on the show like Taylor is right now, do not forget to message me on Instagram at the Blair Woods. And let's go ahead and talk about it. Taylor, do you think it could have been anything else other than
like
a spirit?
Or what do you like from my stories?
Yeah.
Well, you were saying that teleportation is demonic, so
yeah.
I don't. And here's the thing: I don't know if because it's a rabbit. It's a stuffed rabbit. It's brown. I remember it. And this was maybe like a year and a half ago now. I haven't been back up there since, just especially because of COVID and all that stuff. I probably would have if it hadn't been for that. But so it didn't do anything to us. And I mean, I slept right next to the thing 2 nights in a row and nothing happened.
Yeah.
So, and even when the footstep incident happened, it didn't hurt anyone. It didn't. I remember you calling me after that happened. Yeah, Mandy, I called. That's one of my best friends. And I definitely told her about this as right after it happened. Because I was freaked. I was like, bro, that's not. But yeah, nothing ever hurt anyone or like tried to hurt anyone. So I don't know. And I also don't have any experience with anything other than the rabbit.
Yeah.
So that would be my friend Jalen. She has plenty of stories.
Your friend should set up a camera and just like try to get it moving.
Oh, I wonder if because she said she's had it for a while. I wonder if she's ever done that. I can ask her.
Yeah. Find out. Ooh. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. Like freaky, but like freaky cool, you know?
Yeah.
Freaky. Thank you so much for sharing, Taylor.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I appreciate it, love. And of course, guys, don't forget to favorite Taylor. Taylor, do you have anything else that you would like to add?
I don't think so. I don't have too many stories, just more like weird things that I don't know how to explain. But yeah, my house is, I don't know what's going on in my house. I on multiple occasions have heard, like, I'm the only one awake at night because I'm a night owl. And I'll be getting ready for bed and I'll hear this like god awful like crash coming from like the living room / kitchen and run out there because I'm like, oh my gosh, it probably woke up my mom, my dad, everyone. And then nothing's knocked over, no one wakes up, nothing. And I'm like, I heard it was loud. I was like, and we have cats too, and I knew exactly, and my cat was the only one like out at the time because our cats don't like each other, so we have to moderate that. But she was in my room, and I was like, I don't like that. That's not okay. And it's happened multiple times.
Oh, weird.
So I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what it is.
That's so weird. Oh my goodness. Well, I love that and hate that for you at the same time.
I think it for me. I don't know what's going on.
Good. Thank you so much for sharing, love. I hope that you have a really good night, and thank you so much for being on Uncover Paranormal. I will let you go for the evening, Miss Taylor. Guys, don't forget to show her some love. Bye, Taylor.
Bye. I'll get out.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for attending Uncover Paranormal. We do this every Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And special thank you to Taylor for coming in and being my guest tonight. If you guys don't know, we went over the Annabelle doll tonight. And we also went over Taylor's experiences as well with a freaky doll story and a freaky scratch story. For those of you in the comments with questions, if you guys have any questions, now is a really good time to ask them. And if I can answer them, I will answer them. So that being said, too, if you guys don't already know, I am a singer-songwriter. I do English. So don't forget to go check me out on Spotify. It's just Blair Woods. And don't forget to add me on Instagram at the Blair Woods. And then you can also, if you want to be on the show, you can request to be on the show on my Instagram as well. you missed the whole show. No. Hi, King Regis. How are you? We are nearing the end of the paranormal show, guys. We are going right after this. I'm going to give myself a few minutes and then I'm going to get back on and we're just going to hang out as well. So if you guys have questions and you guys can't type fast enough, you guys can ask them in my stream to follow. So just give me like 2 minutes and then like I'll be back on. Let's see. Was Annabelle Ravenclaw? Honestly, in my honest and humble opinion, I feel like Annabelle was probably a Hufflepuff. I don't know. I just get a feeling. Zach Baggins touched the Annabelle doll when he was told not to. What do you think about that? I think that that was really irresponsible on his part. Love you, Paul. It is a very interesting story. I feel like it's very, very creepy, very chilling. I really like it. Yes, straight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head off. And thank you guys so much for attending Uncover Paranormal. If you guys have any questions, there is going to be a follow-up stream after this. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask me them in that follow-up stream as well. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat really fast, and I will be right back. Thank you guys for attending, and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Bye, guys.